Sound has always been with us. Before the words, before the fire, before the language, there was sound, the crackle of flame, the rush of water, the hum of a mother's lullaby. This is part 2 of my series, Spiritual Tools I'd Never Be Without. And today I'm honoring one of the most ancient, underestimated spiritual forces we have, sound. You don't need fancy, you don't need expensive, but you do need to understand how sound cuts, heals, calls, and clears. When people think of spiritual tools, they often reach for smoke, sage, incense, resins, but sound is a clearing tool all on its own. Sound has the power to shift the vibration of a room, interrupt heavy energy, center you back into your body, and create sacred boundaries between what was and what will be. I don't pick up my cards, my herbs, or my oils until sound has announced my intention. Even a soft tone, a chime, a breath, a clap becomes a threshold, a line between this is every day and now we enter the sacred. Let me show you the tools I personally never go without. 1. My singing bowl. This bowl isn't just for show, it's a living thing. Mine has a deep tone. You feel it in your chest before you even hear it in your ears. When I strike it gently, it hums like prayer. When I run the mallet around the rim, it opens the space like a blooming flower. I use it to start sessions, to quiet the mind, to raise the frequency of a room. Even on days I don't feel strong, the bowl speaks for me. 2. My bell. This bell is small, fits in my palm, but its sound is crisp and commanding. It doesn't soothe, it clears, it tells energy to move. I use it when a reading space feels blocked. I sense lingering emotion after someone's visit, or when I feel a part of myself is scattered and I need to come back home. It's also my closure tool. At the end of a session, one clean ring seals the space shut. 3. My voice. Let me say this clearly. Your voice is a sacred instrument. I don't care if you sing well, I care that you use it. A hum, a chant, a name spoken in reverence. Your voice carries the energy of your ancestors, your power, your authority. Sometimes I sit in silence and breathe sound out, just a steady tone in and out. That sound, that's alignment, that's control, that's command. You don't need a ritual to use sound, but here are a few ways I do. Before pulling cards, one bell to call in clarity, during deep cleansing, bowl to lift stagnant energy, after heavy readings, vocal tone to release and reset, in grief work, soft hums to soothe the spirit, before prayer or meditation, a chime to center and open. And sometimes I use sound just because the air feels off, no questions, no explanations, just sound. Sound is one of the oldest tools we have, and it's also one of the most neglected. But once you learn to use it with intention, it changes everything. Start simple. Clap your hands, ring a spoon on a glass, breathe and hum, whisper a name, strike a bell or bowl. Let your energy learn what your words can't always say. If this speaks to you, stay with me. We've still got more tools to explore and more ways to keep your spiritual life both sacred and simple. You don't need everything, but you do need what works. And for me, sound always works. If you found something in this message today, a tool, a reminder, a spark, subscribe, share it with someone you care about, and stay tuned for part 3. Keep your sound clean, your space sacred, and your spirit loud.